Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Marquette Golden Eagles Dynasty here on NCAA Football 14. Today we're in Miami taking on the 3-0 Hurricanes, who enter at number 6 in the nation. Marquette comes off a win in the War for Wisconsin as we defeated the Badgers last time out, 23-13, as our team really came alive there in the second half and pulled away with that game. But probably a tougher test today here against the Hurricanes, who are one of the best teams in the nation, one of the best offenses, and they've posted over 40 points in each of the first 3 games this season. They come off a big win against Clemson, who is still a top 10 team in the nation following their loss against the Hurricanes. We're going to have to come into this one focused, execute the game plan, and just stay strong throughout. We're going to have to limit turnovers today. Greg Walker has thrown an interception in each of the first 3 games to start this season, his senior campaign, but going to try playing turnover-free football here today as we're at Miami Stadium for the opening coin toss. We'll go heads, and we do win it. And typically we like to put the defense on the field first, but we'll stick with that. I was going to put the offense out there, try and shut up this home crowd, but I'd rather get possession there to start the second half. Hunter Kraft now on for the kickoff here in Miami as we're underway from Miami Stadium. A big game here against the Hurricanes. Al Golden still the head coach as they come off 3 straight double-digit win seasons, last year winning their first ACC Championship in program history. Hard to believe that the Hurricanes have yet to win an ACC Championship. I think even in present day, they still have not won one. Obviously dominant there before joining the ACC, but haven't really returned to that level of play. Rhema Bailey, the quarterback here, leading the pro-style offense for the Hurricanes. They'll start a give here for Hayes. Good stiff arm there in the lane as he knocked Bobby Price off. Mark Henry gets there for the tackle, 6 yards. Aaron Clark does return at corner here today after missing the last 2 weeks. Mike Carroll in his starting spot was exposed last week. They'll go with a screen here for Miller. Breaks a Chris Carter tackle and finally brought down there by Antonio Carr. Nick Miller, not to be confused with the character from New Girl, a 10-yard gain there. The Hurricanes have 2 very good redshirt senior receivers, I think 89 and 88 overall respectively, and they also have 2 freshmen, 2 sophomores now behind them, each of whom were freshman All-Americans last season. Hayes gets it back, and a strong run there, fighting ahead for 12 and a first down. First and 10 now, the Miami Hurricanes across midfield. Come out in the I formation to go play action. Bailey. And that's not picked off by Robert Williamson. He sat back and read that well. And dropped interceptions have plagued our defense. I mentioned it last episode. Now I think we're up to maybe like 5 or 6 like easy dropped interceptions. I'm not really talking about ones that are like deep chucks downfield and contested spots. But, you know, Williamson should have had one. I think Perkins and Wilson each should have had one last week. But we're just not bringing them down. Only 1 interception so far for this defense on the season. Now Bailey has a man there at the sideline. That's Campbell. Brian Campbell makes the grab, 19 yards. Omar Wilson late on that one. Stood a little too far back there in coverage. The Miami now at the 30. They go play action here over the middle for Campbell. And he's going to be brought down there from Chris Carter. I was going to say another first down, but it's actually 2nd and inches. Miami now at the 20. Playing here in front of the home fans. I failed to look up the toughest places to play, though, prior to this episode. I should have looked at that and saw, there we go, where Miami ranked. And again, that's Nick Miller, another first down for the Hurricanes. I was expecting more runs from Miami to start this drive, kind of in a 4-3, 3-4 sets for the most part, but they've been going to the pass, and why not? They have Rhema Bailey, one of the top quarterbacks in all of college football. And then he'll get Miller again there, diving for that one. And he's down. 5 yards now, 2nd and 5. Next week we host Purdue, who is actually a ranked team right now. And I think they have the top-rated quarterback in all of college football, that being Jesse Hicks, I believe. We also have a few visits next week. As Wilson there to bring him down, but did he rip him down by a face mask? I was surprised to see he was able to come away with the tackle there in that one-on-one spot. And it's actually a hold on Dante Carr. Uncharacteristic holding penalty there from this Miami offensive line. 90 overall and above there from left tackle to center, an 88 at right guard, and then an 80 overall at right tackle. So a little bit weaker on the right side, but still a very, very good offensive line. And they're led by 97 overall center Michael Finley, the best at his position in the nation. 3rd and 12 now. Will come out and dime with this empty look from the Hurricanes. Bailey drops that down for Campbell. We had good coverage there in the end zone. He goes for the check down, and we do bring him down at the at the 2-yard line, and they are going to bring out the offense here. We'll come out in the 5-2, 5-down lineman. I think it worked pretty well last week against Wisconsin. Hopefully we can get a good stand here. They go to the fullback, and he's kept out, and we have the defensive stand there. That was Bobby Price on the tackle, and that's a huge one. And we'll give credit to Omar Wilson on that 2nd down play, or 1st down play, whatever it was, as he stopped the running back there one-on-one. So now we take over from the 1, and we're in desperate need for some breathing room here. Miami, one of the better offenses in the nation. A good defense, but just not as strong on this side of the ball. We'll go Dusty Alexander as he gets ahead for 4 and gets us some breathing room. McBride now into the game. He gets the give, gets ahead for a few, and that'll bring up a manageable 3rd and 2. 3rd and short here, deep in our own zone, and we will go back to Alexander this time. Just mix these backs in. And he'll be stopped short. I thought we were going to have a cut there, and that defender made a very strong tackle. 4th and 1, and we're not going to risk it at this point. We are forced to punt here from our own 10-yard line after the defensive stand, and Miami's going to get the ball back, likely in good field position here. Castillo on for the punt. Haven't had many here to start the season, and you'll take that. Mike Carroll was absolutely obliterated there. Now it's Johnson. And Dominic Green, the junior, we got him in as an athlete, put him at safety, but he ended up only having like 77 speed, so it's been a struggle to get him on the field, but I think special teams might be the best spot for him, but maybe in his senior year we'll try and work him in a little bit more. 3:20 now in the game following each possession to start for both sides. Miami now at the 43. Bailey takes the snap. Has a couple guys there over the middle. That's Jesse May, 13 yards and a first. Bailey starts 7 for 8. 76 yards already here. Read the tight end in motion to the other side of the line. Bailey, a quick screen there for Miller. Aaron Clark can't bring him down. Thomas misses the tackle. And then I think that was Price. That was Bobby Price, yeah, to get over to make this stop. Now 2nd and 4. As I was saying earlier, next week we do have Purdue, a home game, and we have a flurry of recruits coming in. So hopefully next time out we'll have some good news there. Willie Rogers makes the catch there on the slant, lost track of coverage there with Jonathan Leak. And that opened up Rogers for 18, now 1st and goal. With that, Bailey now at 100 yards even. Only about 6 minutes into this game. Now from the 5. And they will go to the run for Hayes. Redirects, and he ends up backtracking. And that's Jonathan Leak, a good recovery after the last play to bring him down. Hayes maybe trying to do a little too much there. Should have just, committed downhill. Instead, he loses a few. They'll go play action this time. Bailey. And Wilson drops an interception. Oh my goodness. We cannot secure an interception to save our life. That was a bad one. Williamson dropped one on the last drive, and now Wilson drops one. 2 minutes left here, 3rd and goal. And they will go with the run here, and that's Antonio Carr. Tremendous playoff block, and another loss there against the run. 4th and goal at the 9. And they are going to bring out the field goal unit. Another good goal line stand, essentially, from this defense. Not giving an inch. This one just a chip shot here for the Miami kicker. You would think they have a good one, as that's up and good. So the Hurricanes strike first. 3-0 here towards the end of the first quarter. I mentioned Al Golden, the head coach here now in his 8th season with the Miami Hurricanes. I think he outlasted his tenure in real life. Doing a little bit better here in this dynasty. Now Alexander will start with a run here. Slow to get going. Brought down for a loss. The defensive coordinator, though, Mark Richt. And I think Richt would actually go on to be the head coach following Golden, or maybe after that. But Richt, a maxed out offensive coordinator, so this offense getting a ton of boosts here today. 2nd and 11, Walker takes the snap. Swing that out for Alexander. Again, kind of slow to get going, and he loses a yard. I didn't really see anything open up there, so just opted for the dump off. But Alexander couldn't get going. Now 3rd and 12, maybe we could have Mason just, up the seam here. Although the linebacker does pick him up. Gonna roll to the right. Oh man, over the middle of the field, that's Coleman. But the safety, Calvin Herring, the top defender on this team, breaking down to the ball, getting a hand in there. And again, a 3-and-out for the Marquette offense. Castillo on for another punt here. 24 seconds left in the first frame. As he collects that one, gets it off. It's going to be fielded at the 30. Here's Johnson. And a good return there. Clothesline there towards the 50. The Marquette defense out there yet again. Really not getting many rests here today so far. They're going to go play action here. And Wilson again. We read that perfectly. We were manning Wilson there. We went upfield with the vertical receiver in zone. But again, he cannot haul in the interception. It's almost comical at this point that we cannot haul any of these in. And now Hayes the lone back as Reed goes in motion. 11 seconds here. Bailey to pass. Dumps that off for Reed. Breaks the Clark tackle. And he's going to get a little extra after 3rd and 2. And that will wind us down into the second quarter. A good first quarter here of play for the Marquette defense. Really standing strong here. Especially when they're backed up in our own 10-yard line or so. But our offense not getting into a flow. And we're going to have to find our mojo here at some point if we want to stay in this one with Miami. You don't think that the Hurricanes are going to be bottled up all that long. 3rd and 2 here at the 44. King in motion. Someone did jump off sides. I think did collect himself though. As we swarm to the ball there, Bobby Price on first contact. Chris Carter finishing it off. And now 4th down for Miami from the 43. And they are going to bring out the offense. Miami already 0 for 1 on 4th down, that being at the 1 or 2 yard line. 4th and 2 here, we'll bring out the 4-2-5, bring some pressure. And again, they go back to the fullback in this spot, Nichols. And this time he does get the job done. Miami with 130 yards, Marquette with just 8 so far. Bailey directly under center from the 40. He does take the snap. I'll dump that off for Reed. And he makes the catch, 4 yards. A good tackle there from Carter. The Hurricanes enter this game with a +6 turnover differential, number 1 in the nation. Marquette at -1. That's a category we've been pretty good at in recent seasons, but just haven't been able to collect any turnovers so far. Derek Perkins, a good play on the ball there, hitting the receiver and forcing the incompletion. Now 3rd and 6 from the 35. Miami 0 for 3 on 3rd down. Try and make it 0 for 4 here. Bailey does take the snap. And Omar Wilson again. Like I said, it's just comical at this point. His 3rd pass deflection already here in this second quarter. And we're kind of on our game manning him in these zone spots. Supposed to be a 53-yard field goal attempt to make it a 6-0 game. Kick is up. And that is good. As Miami now up 6-0, number 6 team in the nation. But, you know, they're outgaining us by like 150 yards at this point. And still, we could go on top with a touchdown. But let's just start with a 1st down at least. That would be nice. Alexander going to take this one out of his own end zone on the kick return. Going to just bust this outside up the sideline as he works to about the 26. Marquette takes over at the 24, actually. I thought we at least got to the 25 there. And we go read option and nothing doing. Again, we're brought down for a loss. Mike Johnston on for the stop. It's a shame. The DN did sell out for the run, but they had the linebacker coming in on the blitz. So he was right there to wrap up Walker. As again, we're behind where we started. 2nd and 14 now. Walker takes the snap. Go for Terry there, just underneath. As he trucks over a man. A strong finish there. 3rd and 3 for our leading receiver. Last week we were very aggressive passing the ball. Came out in a lot of 4 or 5 receiver sets, even though we kind of planned on sticking to the run, but just nothing going there against that tough Wisconsin front. Now 3rd and 3. Walker takes the snap. We'll just go there for Pope. The trusty Z spot out of Ace Bunch, and Pope hauls that in for our first down of the day. Craig Jones checks into the game as the lone back. Walker from the shotgun takes the snap. Roll to the right. Gonna go for Kevin Coleman over there. And he makes the grab 15 yards across midfield. Still in that same formation. Walker does take the snap here. Roll to the right. And we're just going to throw that one away. Pressure was crashing down. Didn't really see anything. And not trying to force anything either in that spot. And now 2nd and 10. Alexander back in the game. He'll get the call here. And a very good play from that D tackle, just coming off block and making the stop. At the very least, you want to try and at least get a field goal here and get back in it. Walker, empty from the shotgun, takes the snap. Trying to go over the middle for Mason, and we thought Mason could get positioning there over the middle. And we're picked off. That's Harrell, one of the linebackers on this team. And Walker has now thrown an interception in every game so far this year. Very poor read on my part, but there might have been a better option. Kind of sold out for Mason there. Either way, we were probably going to punt on an incompletion there, so not too big of a field position swing as Miller makes the grab there. Good timing throw from Bailey, 19 for Nick Miller, and he's tearing us up here. It was encouraging to see at least our offense was able to put together a couple first downs, a step in the right direction. Miami, though, already across midfield here, and they'll fake it. Downfield, and he drops it right into the bucket. Aaron Clark beat by Nick Miller, and who else? Clark was kind of right on him, but a perfect ball there from Bailey. Put it right over the top, and like I said, dropped it right in the bucket for Miller, and Clark just did not recognize the ball in the air there. A perfect strike there from the Miami Hurricanes as they come out for the extra point. A quick strike there, kind of what they needed after some methodical drives early on, which just resulted in field goals or even that turnover on downs, but that one a big strike, and that's more of what we expect from this offense. Now we'll see how Walker responds after the interception. Starting here at the 25, he takes the snap. I go for McBride just out of the backfield there on the angle, and he gets 6. Now more than halfway through the second quarter of play. And we'll give it right back to McBride, this time with a run as he found a nice lane up the middle for 6 and a first down. Alexander now into the game from the I formation. Mason to the other side of the line. And we do give to Alexander. Terry, I thought, was going to pick up that block as the lead guy. Looked like Alexander did have some green grass, but snuffed that up after only 2. Even approach here so far from the Marquette offense, 8 passes and 8 runs. Walker takes the snap here. Trying to go downfield for Watkins, and he can't hang on, and luckily that was not intercepted off the ricochet. 3rd and 8 now on the fritz of another punt. We'll go slots attack here from ace spread. Walker takes the snap. We have Coleman over the middle. Good play call there as he rumbles that down towards the 45 into Miami territory. First down now from the 47. Walker takes the snap. Go for Washington as he beat a man over the middle there. Physical catch there, 2nd and 3. At this point, probably don't want to score too quickly if you're Marquette, but yeah, at least want to get some points on the board. Good block there off the edge from Marquise Cole as Alexander wiggles away from a man, gets 10 now inside the 30. Less than 2 minutes now in this first half of football. Alexander and McBride in the backfield. Go with McBride here. And another good play there by the interior from Miami, only 2 yards. 2nd and 8 now. Walker on the drop back. Go for Mason, a good route there. Breaks the tackle and then drags a man forward a little bit. 14 yards to the 13. Now an ace big twins. And we'll just put McBride as an extra blocker back there. Less than a minute now in this second quarter. Walker again on the drop back. Pocket collapsed a little bit. We'll just throw this one away. 2nd down. 2nd down now. Walker from the shotgun takes the snap. A man over the middle. That's Mason. He makes the grab for the first down to the 2-yard line. 1st and goal now. 3 tight ends on the field for Marquette. Less than 30 seconds remaining in this half. McBride gets the give, and he finds the end zone. Ripped down into pay dirt as Marquette does find the scoreboard here towards the end of the first half. Still 23 seconds left for Miami with all their timeouts, with their quick strike passing attack. I definitely don't feel too confident that this score will stay the same going into halftime, but our defense has done a pretty good job throughout. Wish we could, have ripped down an interception or 2 at this point, but all things considered, I'll take 13-7, but our defense will have to hold here. 23 seconds remaining. Kraft on for the kickoff. As he gets that one off, going to be in the end zone there. I don't know if he'll take it out, and Johnson will just knee it. We'll see how aggressive Miami decides to play this. Although they're showing run here, you would think, with 22 personnel. Hayes going to cut that back as he runs right into Bobby Price. A good tackle there. I'm sorry, that was Anthony Edwards, the sophomore DN, making a good tackle there. And it looks like Miami will just bring it into halftime with a 6-point lead, as they do. 13-7 here for Miami. Marquette holding up pretty well against one of the top teams in the nation. The Hurricanes looking for back-to-back ACC championships, while Marquette, we're just happy to be in the rankings at this point. A 4-0 start with back-to-back wins against ranked opponents would be phenomenal and kind of really set the stage of what to expect this year. So it's obviously going to take a full team effort, as most games do, if we want to come out with the upset here in Florida. Marquette, number 22 in the nation. A win here against number 6, you would think, would put us into the top 15. I think we've only been in the top 15 one time in this series history, but a win here, and if we were able to win next week, not to look too far ahead, but maybe we would be in line, there we go, for a top 10 season. But it's going to be a very fun second half of football, and hopefully we could hang on to it, and our defense hopefully can force a turnover at some point. Only 87 passing yards, 29 rushing yards, so just barely over 100 for Marquette on the day. Miami nearing 200, I think just 6 yards short of 200, although we do have more time of possession, but we're going to have to make more of it count and get on the scoreboard a little bit more. And now we're here for the opening kickoff to start the second half, as we'll give Alexander a return here. A few yards back in his own end zone. Does find a lane there, working it ahead, and he's driven out there around the 35. A good return to open here. We're going to start pistol full house here. And our running game has been a better second half team this year. We'll see if that stays true, as Alexander, a good run to kick things off, 8 yards. And we'll just go hurry up here to start things, kind of hopefully get them off kilter a little bit. I think we'll go zone read now with Greg Walker. See if we can get a little success on this play. And we will get the first down as he gets head for 6 to the 49. McBride in the game with 2 tight ends out there. A lane opens up there to the right. A good spin move. And McBride works head for 15. So I did end up getting the free trial for College Football 25. I haven't yet purchased it. I will soon, but I have been digging into it a little bit. And recruiting at first was definitely a little overwhelming, but you kind of get a feel for it as you go along a little bit. McBride, another give here on the counter this time. Good footwork there in close quarters, gets 6 yards. A good start to the half for him. 2nd and 4 now from the 31. We'll give to Josh Terry his first carry of the day from the fullback spot. He gets 5 and a first. Walker now in the shotgun. Alexander into the game. He gets the give. And we had Thomas Walker there on the pull, but he just could not pick up that block against Eric Harrell. Already 2 tackles for loss for him, plus that interception. And if Walker could have picked up that block, we had a lot of room there as we turned the corner with Alexander. Now 2nd and 10. Walker takes the snap. We have Mason again there. We found the soft spot. And a good catch there from the junior tight end. 3 catches now for 40. 40 receiving yards now for number 40. And I'm a big numbers guy. I love just when it lines up like that. 1st and 10 now from the 12. We'll go back to the running game here. McBride trying to spin into the lane there. No gain. Stopped at the line. Walker from the shotgun. Craig Jones into the game. Go for Terry there. Comes back to it. Makes the grab, but we had to backtrack a little too much. Only 2 yards. 3rd and 8 now. A good opening drive to the half from Marquette. As we take the snap. We had Mason there going into the end zone, but we sat in the pocket too long. Courtney Miller on the sack. I think they brought the safety blitz there. Or maybe the corner blitz, as he worked around the line well there. Found the lane. And now 4th and 16, we're going to bring out Hunter Kraft for the 35-yard field goal attempt as we try to inch our way back a little bit more in this game. Kick is up, and that's good. As it's now 13-10 here from Miami, and we'll get our first studio update of the day. Number 7, Clemson, comes off a loss against Miami as they currently trail the Hokies by 3 points. Clemson is the team we'll close our season against down there in South Carolina. The Miami offense now out there for the first time here in this second half. Start with 2 backs there in the backfield. Nichols at fullback. So he goes in motion. And they will give to Hayes. Good vision there as he found the lane, 12 yards and a first right out of the gate to start here. As far as field goals go, for a while I was considering just simming field goals to make it more realistic, because for the most part they're kind of gimmies as we get the sack there. That's Aaron Clark coming in on the corner blitz, wrapping Bailey, dragging him down. Went in untouched. Now 2nd and 16 as we're now more than halfway through this third quarter. As I was saying, though, field goals are just very easy in this game, especially now we have Hunter Kraft. He's going to develop into maybe the best kicker in the nation, #1 high school recruit at the position last year. Delay give for Hayes. Breaks a tackle and works ahead for valuable yardage there. 13. We should have had him for maybe a loss there. But yeah, kicking is very easy, so let me know what you think. Should I simulate, live sim those? And we'll be able to see how the result goes in real time, but it'll just make it a little more interesting, I think. And now Bailey to pass here. Has a man there. A good route from Campbell as he hauls that in 14 yards and a first down. They move the chains. Bailey now out there empty. We go over the middle. We read that with Carter. And a good play on the receiver there to force the incompletion. 2nd down now. Bailey takes the snap. There's a man up the sideline there. That's Rogers. And we just completely lose track of him. 19 yards. Williamson beat off press there. And just didn't even go for him. I guess he was playing the flat. And now Bailey over 200 yards. Miami moving the ball here now inside the 25. And they go back to Hayes. And he's brought down in the lane. Still 8 yards. A good carry. 2nd and 2 here. 2 tight ends on the field. They send King in motion. Bailey takes the snap. And they'll swing that out for Reed. And he's brought down by Carter, but not before getting the first down. I really think we're going to need to generate a turnover here if we're going to win this game, especially on the road. And now they go back to the run for Hayes. He rips off an arm tackle, and he finds his way into the end zone. 13 yards for Michael Hayes as Miami extends the lead now 20-10. 2:03 remaining in the third. Marquette now back down 10 points as we start here from the 25. We'll go a gift for Alexander. And that was Bobby Marcus, the center, who failed to pick up a block. Another big play from Eric Harrell. And now we're backed up again from where we started the set of downs. 2nd and 13 here. Walker out there empty. Takes the snap. Just dumped that off for Anderson. And he will be ripped down by a face mask, but no call. And now 3rd and 10. Bad missed call there from the refs. And that play could be huge here. 3rd and 10. Walker out there empty. Takes the snap. Gonna try and get Washington. Try to use that 6'5 frame there, but he can't haul that one in. Tight coverage. And Marquette will have to punt now from the 25. Tough break there. Miami sending the house here, going for the punt block. Castillo gets this one up. It's going to be fair caught there at the 32. 1:04 remaining in the third. Our defense really going to have to come up with a stop here. Bailey in the offense back out there. 2 backs out there. Nichols at fullback. As he takes the snap. Quick one there for Reed, and he drops it. 2nd down. Bailey now from the shotgun takes the snap. Has a man there towards the sideline. That's Reed, the tight end. And he catches that one for 5. 3rd and 5. Now less than a minute here in the third. Bailey now 212 passing yards, 17 for 24. Like 3 or 4 of those incompletions dropped interceptions. 3rd and 5, a delay give for Hayes. And we had Carter there, but we misread the run. As the freshman Andrew Thomas, a big hit there in the 2nd level, but not before the damage is done. Really good approach from this Miami offense today. Mixing things up very well. King in motion. Bailey to pass. And he's going to be brought down. We bring pressure again. And that's Aaron Clark, his 2nd sack of the game. 2 sacks in this one. I don't think he really had a sack in his career entering this one. The senior corner making some big plays. More sacks than interceptions on the year. More sacks alone than our team has interceptions. Hopefully that rattles Bailey a bit, as that will bring us into the 4th quarter. 2010 game here. Our defense really going to have to hold up, but more importantly, our offense is going to have to start vibing a little bit. It's been kind of lackluster performance from them, although the Miami defense has held up very well. But down the stretch here, our offense and defense, each side is going to have to make some plays. Hayes now split out wide. 2nd and 16 to go. Screen. as Williamson missed a tackle. Leak misses a tackle. Carter can't bring him down. Then finally Bobby Price gets over the third man on contact there. 3rd and 11. And a very favorable spot here for our defense. We'll go dime. I don't think we've had our dime set on the field all day. Sticking in like 4-3 nickel. And it looks like they'll probably, I feel like they'll go delay run here. They do not. They dump it off for Campbell. We got to bring him down. Price there to finish him off. Although 9 yards, 4th and 2 at the 40. And they're going to bring out the field goal unit here for a 57-yarder. I thought they might play it aggressive and just go for it, but they're going to try and take the points and extend this to a 13-point lead. I think originally it was 13-0, so with this kick, that is good. He nails that one. A long shot, but not too long as we're right back where we started. A 13-point deficit, but at this point, just 7:09 remaining. And we'll just let that go for a touchback. So essentially, we need 2 touchdowns if we want to win the game. We need 2 touchdowns in the last 7 minutes, even though we've only had 1 all game to this point. Walker takes the snap. We have a man open downfield, and that's Mason, and he hauls that in. A huge catch. He had 40 receiving yards, and that make it 70. That one for 30. The Miami defense lost track of Mason as he was able to leak downfield. Now 1st down from the 45. Anderson in motion. Walker will keep. And he finds a small lane there, only 3. 2nd and 7. Come out in the I formation. Go counter here for McBride. And a good tackle there off block. 3rd and 3. Marquette only 2 for 7 on 3rd down. And that's not going to win football games as we hit the 6-minute mark. We'll go back to McBride. Good lane there. Good block holding there on the edge as McBride tripped up there. I'm not sure who the receiver was. Maybe Kenneth Pope out there in space holding the block. And that sprung McBride free. Saw Alexander getting up there, picking up a block. And then McBride tripped up there about the 12-yard line. Really need a touchdown here if you're Marquette. Walker on the drop back. Go for the end zone on the run, and that's Kevin Coleman hauling that one in. 13 yards for the senior. And we're not done yet. 5:39 remaining. Marquette strikes for a clutch touchdown drive. Headlined by that Jack Mason reception, that Mario McBride run, and now the Kevin Coleman TD. Kraft now on for the extra point, as that's up and good. So what would you have done in that spot? Would you have went for the extra point to make it a 6-point game? Or would you maybe go for 2, try and get that, make it a 5-point game? And if the Hurricanes still get a field goal, it's still a 1-possession game. Looking back, with the Hurricanes' kicking range in consideration, maybe you try and go for 2 and make it an 8-point game if they were to get a field goal. But that is now in the past, and we have our sights set on a touchdown here. Our defense going to have to get a stop, and then our offense is going to have to go down the field and get a touchdown. But we need to get the stop first, and we cannot let them get a field goal range, as we saw in that last drive. They could hit from maybe 40 yards out, as they just did on that 57-yard field goal. So really, they only need to get maybe 35 yards or so to be in field goal range. And they might get it. They get most of it there, as Carter rips Reed down by a face mask, but no call. Now at the 42, just like 18 yards away from field goal range. Not what you wanted to see, especially on the first play. 5:30 remaining in this one. Now they come out with the fullback. A delay give for Hayes. Being chased by Edwards. And finally brought down after 7. 2nd and 3 now, just short of the 50. Come out with 4 receivers, and they will go run as they get back to Hayes. And he picks up the 1st down. 1st down now at the 43. They'll fake it. A pass over the middle for Campbell. We sat too far back with Price. Otherwise, we would have had better leverage there. Campbell, another 5. And these receivers are having a really good day against us. 2nd and 5, 4.5 left in this game. Bailey takes the pass. Or takes the snap. And Mark Henry picks it off. We finally get one. He's going to break a tackle and then brought down at the 37. A clutch player from the senior. Bailey kind of throwing off his back foot there on the run. Mark Henry getting up and getting the ball there. And securing the interception now at the 37, 4:23 remaining. A huge play from the Marquette defense. Exactly what the doctor ordered there, but now the pressure is on for this offense to find the end zone. We'll go McBride an outside give. Trying to press the line there as he picks up 6. Now 2nd and 4 from the 43. We'll go Alexander this time. He hasn't had the best day, but that time 5 yards and a first. We'll go I formation tight here from the 48. And we'll feed McBride. He's been very good here in the second half. Some good cuts as he breaks into the second level. 14 yards. And he's having one hell of a day. 86 yards on 11 carries, almost 8 yards per clip. Marquette now at the 39. And of course they'll go right back to McBride this time. Neutralized, only 1 yard. Now less than 3 minutes in this game. Stick to the running game here. We go to Alexander. Try to get some patience there to the outside. Ended up running into our own man. And it's now 3rd and 7. Now just 2:30 remaining. And I mean, it's not a guarantee you find the end zone, so maybe you have to settle for a field goal. But you still want some time to work with. We have Terry there, but we're just going to run it. We don't want to risk it, as Walker does get ahead for the first down, just barely. Marquette, though, not really showing any urgency to rush things as we do approach this 2-minute mark in this fourth quarter. First down now from the 27, 28. McBride, another give, going to go up the middle with this one. A big hit there, but he gets ahead for 10 yards, another first down. He's at 97. Looks like Marquette is just playing for the win here, just going to try and get into the end zone. Field goal is not a thought at this point. We go back to the run. Good blocking there to the outside. McBride. And he's taken down there. Another 7 as we hit a minute and a half now. Now a minute left in this game. 2nd and 3. We'll go Josh Terry, the fullback. And he works that ahead down to the 2-yard line. Now 1st and goal. Come out in the I formation. 30 seconds remaining. We go to McBride. And he gets in for the touchdown as we draw it even at 23 with 28 seconds remaining. But we do have to get the extra point for the lead. And it's certainly not over yet. Miami, a very good offense, a very good field goal kicker. We saw him hit from 52. We saw him hit from 57. So our defense really can't allow a big hit in the passing game here. Plenty of time for Miami to get into field goal range, though. Marquette takes their first lead of the game as it's now 24-23. Hunter Kraft now on for the kickoff. I don't think they've had any returns today. I think doing a good job with touchbacks, as Herring will just knee that one. So 28 seconds for the Hurricanes. All their timeouts they take over at the 25. We'll start here in dime. Bailey in the shotgun. Hayes to his left. Running some cover 2. Bailey is going to pass here. Goes over the middle for Reed. And we should have had better leverage there with Bobby Price. A good hit there to start the drive, as they're already now at the 37-yard line. They're going to hurry back. Was that really... Now more time is ticking off. 20 seconds left. Bailey, struggling to get the call there from the sideline, does finally call a play. And Williamson is beat downfield. That's Rogers. And this is like the Notre Dame game all over again. Willie Rogers was at 49 yards now to the 13. We got to put big hits on. We need an aggressive hit here. Wow, that's a deflator. I kind of expected it, though. Our defense just does not hold up well in these spots. I'm almost wondering if we should have just let him score and given our offense a chance. Miami takes a timeout there. 2nd and 4. 8 seconds remaining. That was Robert Williamson. He got beat bad on that one. A very good receiving core here from Miami as they'll give to Hayes. He's stopped there. Now 3rd and 1. 5 seconds remaining. Miami takes a timeout. Looks like they will just bring out the field goal unit here, as we will call a timeout, try and ice him, although I don't think it's going to work here in Miami's home stadium. Plus, they have the antifreeze skill activated. So, this one for the win here. A chip shot, and how that all changed so quickly. Tremendous effort here in the second half. That kick is up, and it is good. Thought it might split left there, but instead it splits to uprights. Now 26-24, and we need a heroic moment here. Alexander, we're not even going to try that one. We'd rather have a deep heave, I guess, than a kick return touchdown. I think better chance of that occurring. So, of course, we just got to go Hail Mary and hope one of our guys can get open deep. We'll even put Mason as an extra blocker, Alexander an extra blocker, just sell out for one of these three guys getting open. And it's going to flush us all the way to the right side. We'll just throw that one away. And that's going to do it here in Miami. A tough loss. We fought back very well. This one was a very good game, and it's the ones you really enjoyed playing despite the losing effort. Marquette, our first loss on the year, as we fought at 3-1. Edwin Olsen, well-deserved of the player of the game, 4 for 4, along a 57, along a field goal of 52, and eventually the game winner there inside his own 10-yard line. Like I said, a very good game here from the Golden Eagles. Proud of our team, proud of our efforts. Mark Henry, that big interception led to a touchdown. McBride had a very good game running the rock. Walker was all right against a very good defense here today, but we had to rely on the running game, and McBride kind of stole the show. A good touchdown there from Coleman. That was a big one. I didn't think our passing game was really going to find the end zone in this one. I think Walker only 1 or 2 touchdown passes entering this one, but this is where I'm going to leave you, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, a very fun game here. Really wish we could have come out on top against number 6 Miami, as that would have really set the precedent of what this Marquette team is all about this year. I had national championship aspirations in the back of my mind, but obviously that was going to be an uphill battle to reach that point. But still a very good game here against number 6 Miami. Next week, I think we have a ranked Purdue team, as they've been very good over the past 2 years of this dynasty. McBride over 100 yards, 7 yards per carry. Alexander, not a good day from him, less than 3 yards per touch. But this, as always, everybody, it's been real and be well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.